Hello everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of the Jersey Folks. And this is another episode of my furniture flipping journey. I am trying to furnish this basement, as you can see, and I am pretty much doing this with either free or very affordable secondhand furniture. I've already got a piece painted. I actually am going to use some semi-gloss on it today. I realized that I really needed a better primer. So I went to the store and I got myself a primer. So I'm actually going to be redoing a few things. I am going to re-prime this guy. I spray painted him, but I realized after painting, after painting my other piece, which I'll come over here and show you. After I painted, there's my pupper dog. After I painted this piece, I realized I really needed a better primer. I will say 3 coats on this guy looks pretty good. That doesn't look bad. But today I am going to do some of this, my matte clear. So I'm armed with some sponge brushes for that, and I have a roller for my primer. Right now I just finished spray painting my knobs for the orange dresser that I just did, and I'm getting the hardware ready to paint. I'm going to paint it also the same color. I think that's going to be my theme. I'm going to try to keep all the hardware the same color. That'll be the one thing that kind of ties everything together. And I really do like the way this turned out. You could see as I'm spray painting, I really like that. But now what I'm going to do, I'm going to spray paint these guys. This is all the hardware for that piece over there, and I have some of it in here. And it is kind of a little rainy out. I'm hoping it's gonna hold off just so I can spray paint. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to get the clear coat, this clear matte on this piece, and then I want to prime that one. That one's going to take me a little while because I need to, I think I'm going to take it all apart. Oh look, I ordered this from Amazon and they put these little, these little brackets on it. Ha. So it doesn't spill during shipping. That's pretty cool. All right, so I'm gonna get this opened up and I'm gonna start painting. I'm going to use my matte clear protective top coat on this. I am a little hesitant to do this because it does look really nice. Although, everything it says here adds protection, which I'm definitely gonna need because this is gonna be like a kitchen, bar-like area. So I'm going to need it. I've got my sponge brush here, and here goes. Let's see how she does. Okay. Not bad. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna put this on here. I'm gonna speed up the film. See how well this does. I want to keep everything nice and smooth. That's the one thing I'm worried about because I gotta say, I really like those gray roller brushes. I'll show you those. But I really like them. They came out really nice. All right, so I just finished using that matte coat, the Rust-Oleum matte coat on the on this piece. I didn't, you know what? I think the sponge brush worked nicely. I will say that. It did look nice. It's still drying. I actually put 2 coats on top because I know this is gonna get used a lot. This is gonna take a lot of abuse. So I did put 2 coats up on top. When I went to go put the second coat on, it actually looked really nice. I was a little hesitant, but I do think the top coat is worth it. That said, I think I have to invest a little bit more money in some better sponge brushes, or just bite the bullet and roll it on. Like I said, those, let me show you what I got over here. These roller brushes, I really, really like these. The paint went on beautifully. And I think moving forward, this is what I'm gonna use. To put on the primer, I'm just gonna use whatever because I'm gonna wind up throwing that brush out or that roller out anyway. I might throw these out, I don't know. But these were so nice. And I do think it looks nice. I'm gonna kind of bring it down. She's still drying, you could see. But the brush that I used, because I went cheap, I did. Dollar store foam brushes, not great. I don't know if you could see it, but it pulled off the paint there and a couple of spots in here, like right there. Can you see that? And up here, I did take a wet paper towel to get all these little pools off. It seemed to be doing okay, but I don't know. It kind of is what it is. And the foam brushes that I used, they actually foamed up. They foamed up the matte coat. So we're gonna see how that goes. I want to try to get everything ready so I can try to start priming. I am now getting ready to prime this. As you can tell, it's the next day, but that's okay. I need to kind of speed these videos up a wee bit. So I have this grand idea to take this piece. This is the hutch, and you can see that there are slats here in the back. The back of the piece is made up of multiple slats. So I'm going to take each one of these out, and I have an idea for what to do for the back part of it. So I'm going to separate them. Hopefully this is going to work. I don't know how well. I did finish my one piece over here, and I put the knobs back on. I think she came out so nice. I'm really happy with it. I really think that gold on the knobs actually adds a little something to it. So I'm going to get these pieces off, and fingers crossed I numbered them also, so that way you can see, so that way I won't forget which slat goes where, because I could see that being an issue. All right, so let me get these slats off, and then we're going to prime. It actually worked. I can't believe it. All the slats came off. I didn't have any problems getting the screws out. My mind is blown. All right, so I got the slats all lined up. I have this all ready to go. I'm gonna wipe her down and I'm gonna prime. I have my Zinsser bin primer. I went with the shellac because Lauren, the furniture flipping teacher, said when in doubt, prime it out, go with a shellac, because that's the one that's really gonna let the paint stick to it. I did sand this stuff out, but it doesn't look as good as it should. I actually can see the orbital sander marks in it. I am gonna try using this roller with this shellac. This happens to be a dollar store roller. We're gonna see how it goes. I got this little kit. It comes with a paint tray, the roller, and the gloves. Oh, and a little paintbrush too. I'm gonna give it a try, see how that goes. This is exciting. I might even use the gloves too, because I've heard shellac is pretty crazy. All right, so let's try this. I lined my paint tray with some tin foil. Ooh. Okay, and I've heard a little bit goes a long way. So let's put the cap back on here so we don't have any spillage. But we'll see. I'm gonna try these gloves, see how long they last. Not really a big glove fan, but we'll try it. All right, so here we go. We got the dollar store roller. We've got some experimenting going on here. And here we go. Oh, okay. Not bad. All right. This is not nearly as bad as I thought it would be. All right. The primer is all dry and it is now time to sand it. I am going to go through with my little sanding block here, and I'm just gonna get off any of those rough edges. So the whole brush fell apart yesterday. This is another one. I don't know if this one's any better, because I found out that the brush, the roller, actually separated itself from the actual roller. Like, this is that little red part. The brush came right off. All right, so I'm gonna get sanding and wipe her down, and then I'm gonna paint. Everything is sanded down. I just stirred up my paint for a little bit. It's been a few days since I used the paint, so I wanted to make sure that she was good and ready to go. So I stirred her all up. Now I'm getting ready to pour, and it's painting time. One thing I hate about painting in general, like even if you're painting a room or anything, is doing the cutting. I hate that. I always kind of forget that detail. So as I started rolling, I was having a grand old time rolling, and then I realized, oh no, I have to cut. I need a paintbrush. So I went in there, used my handy dandy paintbrush, and I got in to do some of the cutting work, which again, I hate doing it, but it's one of the reasons I really hate painting. I hate painting, but I'm doing this. It seems fun, and things come out really nice. Okay, I'm having a bunch of problems with my phone. Earlier this morning, I spent several hours trying to delete, I don't know, maybe it had to be close to 7,000 pictures and video off of my phone. And my phone is now completely wonked out. Every time I go to record, so I'm checking to make sure it's still recording right now. It will record for a little while, and then it stops. And I don't know it until I'm done. So I've already recorded a bunch of clips here, and it keeps getting deleted. It's quite frustrating. All right, so I'm gonna try this right now because I can actually see it. Let's see what happens when I flip the camera around. And now I'm gonna try to explain it. I'm just gonna hold it instead of using the tripod, see what happens. There are 3 things that I learned while I was painting this guy, or 3 revelations. I had 3 things I learned, but I can only remember 2 of them. I had the 3rd one and I said it, but that video never actually recorded. Okay, so a couple of things. To start off, while I was painting this guy, one, I flipped him over, he's upside down right now, so I could paint the underbelly first. Whilst I was painting, I started getting a lot of chunks, and I realized the reason why is because I had tinfoil in here, which I think is a great idea, but I put it in a plastic bag thinking that it would be fine. And for the most part it was, but I guess some of the thinner parts had dried. So when I rolled on new paint, I started getting chunks. So now I know, new tin foil every time you paint. Don't save the tin foil. The other thing I realized, silly me, I actually wanted to paint these shelves blue. Totally forgot. Just flipped her upside down, started painting, but that's okay. I think I'm still going to paint them blue. What I'm gonna do now is I'm waiting for this paint to dry. I'm gonna flip her over and do a second coat of orange, or not a second coat, but first coat of orange. And then I'm gonna start, well, I think I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna put that coat on, and then I'm gonna start this project over here. It involves Mod Podge and tissue paper. Again, I'm still having problems with my phone. It keeps doing really weird things. So what I got here, I am going to Mod Podge. I got these really cool, I got this really neat tissue paper from the Dollar Tree. Hopefully I have enough of it. I took each of them and I cut them into maybe what, like 3-inch squares about. I did leave some slightly longer in case I wanna, I don't know, go crazy. I might cut those too. I also got some Mod Podge, and I got a little one as a backup. I thought my daughter had more, so I was just gonna steal hers, but apparently hers is almost gone too. So I'm gonna use this, so obviously I'm gonna start this project. And hopefully I'll get through a couple of boards, we'll see. But this should be pretty interesting. So we're gonna pour some Mod Podge in the cup. And I just don't really want this to be, I'm just gonna kind of go crazy with it. This is actually the bottom. Maybe I should start at the top, I don't know. But let's see. Oh, I'm dripping already. That's not good. All right, so let's Mod Podge her up. Let's get that going. Then I'm gonna slap some of this on. I probably should cover the edges there. There we go. There we go. I'm just gonna do some decoupage. Decoupage fun, right? It's like, kind of like paper mache. Kind of overlap it, see how it all plays out. I am done. Well, okay, I'm not done, but I'm done for now doing my decoupage. I actually really like it, and I think it's gonna be kind of cool with the hutch over there. And unfortunately, I did run out of Mod Podge. I think I have plenty of tissue paper. I think the one roll of tissue paper is gonna get me through. I only have 4 more boards left. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with this single tiny bottle of Mod Podge. This 2 fluid ounces, it got me through 3 of them. That's not too shabby. I am gonna go to the store and get some more, like a bigger bottle, just because we will use it. I am about to do that now. Today is actually another day. I wanted to check on how well my Mod Podge dried, and it actually came out pretty nice. I really like this. I will say I'm very, very happy that I primed these guys before I Mod Podged them, because if I didn't, this wouldn't be coming out very white. So I'm really happy that I did that. I do think it is kind of cool the way that the colors blended over each other. So it makes it look like there's a little bit more depth to it than just the four color pattern combo that I had going here. So what I did, I went through and I peeled off the excess here. I'm not gonna worry about some of it because these slats interlock with each other. So I'm not gonna go too crazy about it. I just wanted to get off some of the big pieces. Over here, I primed that guy because I remember I wanted to paint the shelves blue, but I started painting them orange. So I went ahead and I actually primed over that because that orange I think is just gonna come through on the blue. So I got that done. I'm gonna go to the store today, get some more Mod Podge and finish these off. So exciting. So I went to the store, got more Mod Podge. This is the regular Mod Podge that I used. I even got the Mod Podge that is dishwasher safe. The reason why I got this is for easy cleanup. I figure since this is gonna be, you know, a bar, kitchen-like area, I want something that I can wipe down. So I got this one. I'm gonna see how it looks. I mean, this is a gloss. I'm planning to just kind of go over that. I might test a little spot out first to see how it is. I also invested in some better foam brushes. These guys are so much better than the ones from the dollar store. Crazy, can't believe it. How much better they are. You just feel the difference. All right, now I am all ready and I'm going to paint the blue on the, oh, I'm stepping on other paintbrushes. I'm gonna paint the blue shelves right now. So I'm going to tape off the shelves, you know, the orange part, so I don't get any of the blue on there. And this is, again, called Surf, and it's the Behr chalk paint. So I'm gonna get this ready. Okay, paint reveal time. Let's see how pretty this Surf looks. I did give her a little shake before, but I am gonna stir her up. Like I said with the, all right, you ready? Whoa, looks much different.
All right, the cheese. That's interesting. All right, stirring her up.
All right, I know I said I wasn't gonna do this again, but I had to go with a cheapy brush one more time because I don't have any decent brushes and I just need to do the cutting. And there's not a lot of it. Like, that's it. It's that side and that side. So let's get the cutting over with first. Oh, look at that. That's so pretty. Ooh, ooh, ooh. She is a beaut. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love the color. Look at how pretty that is. All right, that's coat number 1. Okay guys, guess what? She's finally done. My first piece is finally done. It's been months. So just to kind of quickly recap, I went over, I painted those shelves blue. I put 2 coats of the chalk, of the, what is this called? Oh, of the matte clear on there. What else did I do? I put 2 coats of the matte clear on. I had to go through and do a bunch of touch-ups, and then I went and I put the slats on the back. I can't believe it actually worked. It was a little scary for a minute there because the slats wouldn't actually fit in. I was like, oh my gosh, I was worried because everything just kind of came apart so easily. I was really worried that it wasn't gonna go back in, but I managed to get it in. And I had some extra pieces of like tissue paper that were kind of sticking out, and it actually worked out. I was worried that these pieces would be sticking out. There's a couple, but I just ripped them off and it was fine. So it is now time for the big reveal. Here is a quick look at the before. All right, guys, you ready? Here she is. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, it's Star Wars. My son was just playing a Star Wars game, but whoa. Isn't she a beaut? I cannot believe it. I am so happy with it. It came out kind of like Raggedy Ann and Andy, but you know what? That's okay. I'm going for like a kind of goofy, kind of hokey, just wild and crazy and friends kind of, you know, weirdness. So let me know what you think. I still have a few more pieces that I have to do, but there she is. All right, everybody, so I completely forgot to film an outro. So next time I'm gonna be painting a few more pieces, but for now, that's all, Jersey folks.